Welcome back to Newswatch 10. I'm Jeremy Babin, and we're talking sports. I'm pleased to be joined right now by St. Louis Cardinal pitcher Mitchell Boggs. Mitchell, thanks for taking a few minutes to be in studio with us today.
It's good to be here. I appreciate it.
Now, we'll talk about what you're known for most here, going to the 2001 state championship game as the quarterback for the Dalton Catamounts. But let's start out, what was last year like playing for the St. Louis Cardinals Major League Baseball? Take me through that experience.
You know, it was an incredible experience for me. It's something that I'd always, dreamed about doing. Growing up, you want to play a professional sport. You don't fully understand if you're going to get an opportunity to do that, and I've been blessed enough to have that opportunity. And this past year was an outstanding year for me, something that I'll be able to learn from and get better from, and hopefully 2009 will be another good year.
When you were called up from AAA Memphis and told that you were going to play in the major leagues, what went through your mind? Take me through that whole process, because that's got to be something that you'll always remember.
Right, definitely. It was definitely unexpected. I was having a good year in Memphis. Knew I was pitching well, but you never want to get ahead of yourself, think about, getting called up or promotions or anything like that. I was just trying to pitch well and do my job, and, luckily enough, I got the call. I was eating dinner with my girlfriend, Lily Crutchfield, in Memphis. She'd come to visit me, and we were eating dinner, and I got a phone call to come back to the field at probably 10:30 or 11, so I knew something was going to happen. And when they told me, I was very, very happy. Got on the phone with my parents, Tommy and Jane, as soon as I could, to let them know. And that was the best part, being able to share with my family members and friends who have supported me for so long. And it's something that I'll never forget, and they won't either.
June 6, 2008, your first major league game against the Houston Astros. What was that experience like?
I was coming out of the bullpen when I made my first appearance, which I hadn't pitched out of the pen in 3 years. So that was a unique situation for me, which probably helped a little bit with the nerves, because I was thinking more about coming out of the pen and trying to figure that out more so than being my first outing in the big leagues. I was just worried about getting loose and getting ready to go in the game. So that made it a little bit easier, but it was in Houston and Minute Maid Park, which is an outstanding atmosphere, and to try it out there in front of those fans and to make that happen is something that I'll never forget.
Now let's talk about what you're most known for here in Northwest Georgia, and that's your time with Dalton Catamounts. The quarterback on the last team to go to the state championship game in 2001. What was that experience like?
It was something that, playing with a group of guys as a senior class that year. We'd been playing together since we were 5 and 6 years old, and we'd been together for 10 plus years. I'm talking all of us, and it was just an incredible experience, because we had our whole lives growing up, football was huge around here, and we wanted to do something special, and we felt like we did. We accomplished some pretty special things, and I know I speak for that group when I say that we've got some memories that nobody can ever take from us, and that experience was incredible for all of us.
Well, another thing that definitely had to be a good experience was coming back to Harmon Field this year for the final game between Dalton and Northwest, having your number retired. What was that experience like? How did it feel like to come back for that?
It was great to be back out on Harmon Field. That atmosphere that Friday night was incredible, like it always is at Harmon Field. And to be out there with my family, just the experience, they made it such a great experience for me, and for them to do that for me is something that I'll always remember and never forget.
Now, I want to ask you this, and this is something that maybe some of the viewers do not know unless they know you very closely, is that they might think, Mitchell Boggs, he went to Dalton, then went to Georgia, and then went on to the St. Louis Cardinals. But you actually almost went in a different direction. After your first year of Georgia, you decided to transfer to Tennessee Chattanooga to maybe play football where you did as a quarterback. How did that happen?
Well, after the experience that we had in 2001 with that football team, football, that was so much fun. And I thought that I would have it out of my system by that season. I thought it would take care of football for me. But I went to Georgia and felt like I wasn't giving it my best, because I was thinking about football and wanted to play football. So I made the decision to do that. It was a unique situation. It's something that most people, when you tell them about it, their eyebrows raise a little bit and they wonder what I was thinking. But it served its purpose. It got football out of my system pretty quick. You know, playing at UTC was something that I needed to do, because if I wouldn't have done it, I don't think I would have given baseball everything I have, and I would have looked back and regretted some things. So, it was a different opportunity, it was a different situation, but it's something that I wouldn't change.
Now, Tony La Russa has always had a tremendous reputation, as a big league manager, especially with working with young pitchers. What have you been able to really pick up from him,
Going into that clubhouse was somewhat intimidating, because you're playing for a manager that's been one of the best in baseball for, the last 25 years. And, it wasn't what I expected. He was an incredible guy. He's a great baseball mind. He's a great leader. He gets the most out of his players, but at the same time, he cares about his players. And he cared about me and what I was doing, and he always made sure that I knew what he was thinking. And he gave me some advice about things I needed to do that they're going to make me better. And I just look forward to hopefully playing for him for the whole season in 2009 and doing some special things.
And what's it like coming back to Dalton, having been to other places like Athens and playing in St. Louis, in those big cities, now to come back to a small town where really you're from? What's that like?
It's good. It's awesome. I love coming back during the off season. I love coming back here because so many people here that support me, and to get to be with them and spend time with them is good, and to be able to see my friends that I don't get to see during the year because of what I have going on. I love coming back here, and I plan on coming back here every off season that I can. So I love being home, I love being with my family, and I love being around the city of Dalton that supported me so much.
All right, well, thanks a lot, and that'll do it. That's all the time we have for Mitchell. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes. Hope we can do this again, and that'll be it. We'll send it back to the news desk.
All right, JB, thank you so much. A lot of St. Louis Cardinals fans around here wanting to see Mitchell Boggs succeed at the major league level. Hey, thanks a lot.